The push for the elimination of violence against women this year has taken a different turn as the United Nations has called for increased investment to prevent all forms of violence against women. This report brings to the fore the various forms of violence experienced by women and girls in the society, as well as efforts made to address these issues. Jennifer Pius brings the report.
What could seem like a regular walk around the street and normal lifestyle can be terrifying for some women as they face threats of being harassed. According to the United Nations, 1 in 3 women have been subjected to physical and/or sexual abuse or experienced one form of violence or the other. For this survivor, growing up was like hell, having to deal with series of sexual abuse which led to some medical condition and threats. She explained that her way of dealing with the trauma led her into drugs and fighting.
I was 10 years old. Things were so difficult with my mom, and my mom's stepbrother actually came to pick me, said he's going to send me to school, he's going to help my mom. They just want to relieve load from her. He sexually abused me from 10 years till when I was 12. It was a youth copper that rescued me, and he was sleeping with me every day of my life, and the wife was aware. Instead of helping me, she said I'm the one that always seduced the husband. I used to sleep in the kitchen. I wasn't sleeping inside the room. So he used to come into that kitchen and sleep with me, and the wife was aware. What did they tell me not to do? I shouldn't tell anybody. It was a youth copper. So that lady discovered I had a very terrible body odor. Then age 15, I was gang raped by 3 guys after eating my banana and the groundnut and everything, and boom. And the other one said, no, don't cry. Let me carry you. There's money. Join me. Let me go and give you money. That there's money in the house. I had to follow him. So I followed him. As we were going in the pathway, there was an uncompleted building. He just turned and held me, held my hand and said I should not shout. So 3 of them took turns to rape me.
The story is different for this other survivor, as she said she lived with fear at a tender age, where she faced threats from her secondary school teachers who molested her in school.
This man picked up on me. If I go to the staff room, he would press my breast. If he comes to class, he would always want to send me to a secluded place so that he could press my breast. And this continued for just 3 days. I endured it for just 3. In SS1, my father maths teacher, he also started, he came to class. By then I've started having small nipples. So he came to class and he was teaching us. The first topic in further maths then was sorts. While he was teaching us, we just came in from break, so I drank water, and my shirt was a gold shirt. Our uniform was purple and gold, so the gold shirt, I had drank water had poured on it. The man just came and held my breast in class. It was painful. I cried, and I was like, sir, why would you do that? He said I should walk out of his class. I walked out, went to the principal's office, went and reported to her ma that this is what happened. She asked me to go and kneel down under the sun.
For this other survivor, nothing can be compared with the trauma and stigma of living a life she never bargained for.
I was raped when I came back from church from all night. It was a very terrible experience because I had a test in school, so I wanted to go for the test. So immediately we closed from the all night. I had to rush to school. So on my way going, as I was approaching the tar road, I was stopped by 3 guys. They were with knives, they were with machetes, with gun. They seized my phone from me. They seized my ATM card. I asked for the PIN of the ATM card. I told them. They told me to lie down. When I lie down, the other one raped me. The second one did. The third one, he was like having pity on me.
With the theme for the 2023 International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. This takes us to the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Akwa Ibom State. According to Barrister Nkechi Udo, a social welfare officer in the gender unit of the Ministry of Women Affairs, Akwa Ibom State, community discrimination and emotional trauma are areas women have suffered, and sensitization has been ongoing to ensure the menace is eliminated.
So while we concentrate more on providing psychosocial support, shelter, the Akwa Ibom State government had built shelter, SAC center, shelter for GBV survivors, where they are taken away from the risk areas, the environment that are not safe. Let me just use that now for them, and placed in a safe shelter where they can take care of themselves. And in those shelters, they are taught vocational skills.
From the Ministry of Justice, Barrister Memete, who is also the chairperson of Akwa Ibom State Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Management Committee, explained that the ministry is partnering with all stakeholders to ensure that justice is served.
Violence is any act, that is done to another to harm, to hurt, or to kill the other person.
Also emphasized that for every woman and girl child that has experienced one form of violence or the other, they have had to hide and blame themselves for the crimes committed against them.
So the state is not relenting, and we have been convicting, because the Ministry of Justice is part of the committee, and so we've been able to support the police, we've been able to support the Ministry of Justice, we've been able to support other actors in the criminal justice system to secure convictions.
International Day to Eliminate Violence Against Women, commemorated on November 25, begins the 16 days activism which elapses on the 10th of December. The day is set aside to create awareness on the need to put an end to gender-based violence and ensure women's rights and safety. Jennifer Pius, ADBN News.